Hello, welcome to another Ask Anything. It's pretty simple. I have a fishbowl of all the questions that I've collated over the last few weeks on marketing, and basically I pick one out and talk to you about it for a few minutes. So, got two that time, but I'm going to go for this orange one. Hopefully you can still hear me over the gardener. So the question is, how do I optimize my content for voice search? Okay, I think this is quite an interesting one. So recent research suggested that only 4% of small and medium-sized businesses are actually optimized for voice search. And basically, it's the Alexa strategy. So more and more people are now using their mobile phones to ask questions, and then Alexa and Siri and all these other ones are finding that information. So in the same way that Google used to give you extra points for being mobile responsive, it now seems that they're giving extra points, if you like, for being voice search optimized as well. And certainly it makes it a lot easier for potential clients to consume the content. So that's why it's really so important. That's my phone. So how do you optimize? Okay. Well, the first thing you need to do is write like you speak. So the thing about voice search optimization is that people are talking into their phone in a conversational way. They're using probably a lot more words than they would put into Google if they were typing it, because it's just like having a conversation, isn't it? So writing like you speak is really important, and you're definitely going to want to focus on more of your long tail keywords, as they're known. So those bigger phrases that people use. So this is where Google Keyword Planner can be really useful to you. So a lot of people use that in advertising, but actually it can be a great way of finding some long tail keywords and looking for some content there, which will help you. Other things that I always tell my clients to do are to answer questions. So I'm a big fan of an FAQ page on any site. That's a really quick and easy way to become voice search optimized. So any question that you get asked, you should have an FAQ page on your site that answers those questions. As well as that, whenever you're talking to potential clients or current clients, if they're asking questions, write those questions down, because that can give you really good fodder for content and for ideas, because if people are asking those questions, other people will want the answers to those questions as well. So the more questions you answer on your website, the better your content's going to be, and the more likely you are to get work out of it, basically, because generally we're finding that more and more people are doing that journey from awareness to buying pretty much on their own. Like 70% of that journey now happens without you being involved, and usually there's sort of 5 to 7 touch points of different types of content that people are now consuming before they actually pick up the phone or make a website inquiry. So that's really important. One last thing about voice search is, because it's conversational, because it's about answering questions, actually spelling and grammar become a lot more important in your copy than normal, which is really good because as a student of ancient rhetoric and philosophy, spelling and grammar is really important to me. So really basic things that you can do to help with that are to download things like Grammarly is a good one, doing just some basic spell checking, and maybe getting someone else to proofread something that goes on your site. That is the one thing I always fall down on, because with Amari I'm always trying to get as much content out as possible in the shortest amount of time, because I need to work in my business and on my business. So yeah, just having that extra person to proofread something, or to just pop it through Grammarly first, is a really great way of helping with that. So those are the different things that I would do to optimize for voice search. I'm sure there's many more. I'll probably write a blog on it at some point. But yeah, that's it for today.